I went to the biggest card show in Europe to see if you can find cards to grade. I set myself a budget of £250 to see if it's even possible to make profit grading cards from a card show. But not just any card show, London Card Show.
We're gonna make some deals happen. We're gonna get a bunch of gradable cards today. This is absolutely nuts. If I'm gonna find anything gradable, it's surely gonna be at this place.
Almost instantly, I found the first stall that had some cards that tickled my pickle, if you will. I knew that these cards specifically went up lots if they tend.
Is it alright if I take a look at a couple cards?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Could I look at the Entei, the Glassbirds, and the Palkia, please?
I kindly asked the vendors to take the cards at the top loaders since they were kind of scratched up. Unfortunately, the Palkia had a chip in it and the tag team birds looked like someone threw it around like a ninja star.
I'll put the Eevee back, but I'll just take a look at the Entei. Thank you very much. No, yeah, I'll just have a look at comps. Would you take 40 for this? I've got the comps up if you want to have a look.
It's not our store, it belongs to someone else.
Okay.
So he want to put it here, selling this price, so I can't say yes. For this one, I think we're pretty from 45. Yeah.
Okay, alright, no worries anyways. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good show guys, good luck. They couldn't go down on the price and it was just a little bit higher than market, so because I wasn't 100% sure on it, I didn't want to pay over market because I wasn't absolutely sure that that was a 10. It's also really hard to sort of look at cards to grade here purely off the fact that the lighting is pretty rough and I don't want to be that guy who brings out their torch and has a real close look. I don't want to be that guy, so I'm doing the best job I can with the lighting I'm given. The first interaction, yeah, probably a no. I don't want to overpay for my cards today since I have such a limited budget. I don't want to just blow it all at the start.
The next vendor that I visited was super friendly and handed me a stack of prismatic evolutions. I did pass though, since my budget only allows for like 1.5 of these SARs. It seemed like a lot of the vendors just had cards that were really out of my budget.
Do you mind if I put this back and then have a look at the sealed Bulbasaur, please?
This is where the challenge took a wildly difficult turn. Because when I tried looking up some comps, the sheer number of people at London Card Show meant that I had no Wi-Fi and no signal. No eBay, no comps, no price history, nothing. I had absolutely no idea if the cards I was looking at were even worth grading. I had entered the world's most expensive game of, trust me bro, these guys were legends. Since they had vendor Wi-Fi, they recomped the card for me on the spot and sorted me out with a deal.
40.
Yeah, you could do it for 40? Alright, yeah, no worries. Let me just grab my cash. It's 40 there for you, mate.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Obviously, I can't see the back of it, so the back could be completely, like, done in. But last time we did a grading video, I took in a bunch of sealed promos, and to be honest, the backs were kind of fine. So I'm hoping that luck continues and we get a 10 on the stamped Bulba promo.
I was going table by table, failing to make any deals happen. I was starting to panic here. There were cards everywhere, an overwhelming amount of opportunity to make bad financial decisions.
Honestly, I've already been going around here for like 25 minutes and I've found one card, so in terms of time, this is definitely not going well. I feel like I need to stop at more places and go for cards that maybe aren't as ideal for grading.
Then through the crowd, I spotted a familiar face.
Hello! Hello!
This guy is the king. Go.
I'm not the king.
No, you.
This table is where I had one of my biggest regrets at the card show. And that was because in the moment I decided not to go for the Gengar Mimikyu. They were pretty expensive, but they were also immaculate. In retrospect, I definitely should have picked them up.
I'll probably leave this one and I'll go for this one if that's okay at 40.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Although I did pick up the Leafeon.
Doing the Leafeon from Terrestrial Festival for 40. There we go, thank you very much. Cheers.
But we go back to the same old problem. With no Wi-Fi, I have absolutely no idea if this is even worth more than the grading cost in a 10. I was no longer making informed decisions. I was just collecting evidence for my future bankruptcy. Since I had no way of looking up the raw or graded card cost, I started to be more tactical. I started to go for slightly bigger singles that I knew absolutely were worth grading, like this 151 Bulbasaur. But I very quickly realized something. Cards of this caliber tend to not be in minty condition when they're on a vendor's table. I guess it does kind of make sense, because why would they put it out when they can just grade it themselves? Things were starting to look pretty rough for me. I was wondering if I was even gonna be able to spend my budget and make a video from this. Just as I was about to put my camera down and call it a day, I ran into these two fellas.
So both of these Greninjas look really, really good. I think I'm gonna cop the both of them because I don't know if I'm gonna find much more, to be honest.
I managed to work a deal off the sticker price since I was essentially praying and paying. And I got the pair for £100. A bargain, I'm sure. I just have absolutely no evidence to support that. At the very least, I successfully converted £100 into 2 pieces of cardboard. Nonetheless, these were 2 very sick promos to add to the fray.
Both of those Greninjas look really good, and instead of kind of picking between the two, I know that it grades really well, so I just grabbed both of them. I thought, why not? Who knows, I might not come across another minted card. This place is getting busier and busier. Let me show you guys.
Yep, this was very quickly turning into an introvert's Guantanamo Bay.
I'm gonna quickly go check in with Adam and drop off some of the cards just so I don't carry them in my pockets, because I was very silly and didn't bring a binder today. I just don't want it to get like a scratch or something really avoidable just from me being a bit reckless. Right, so I've just done a count and we currently have 70 quid left of the budget. That's going to be a bit hard to work with.
All of a sudden, this very handsome vendor with undeniable fashion sense complimented my hat.
What brand is that?
Oh, dude, it's ASOS. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Since he had a very lovely selection of singles, I had to ask for a closer look. He handed me a bunch of singles that he thought looked good, but I thought he looked better. Nonetheless, I did find a minty looking Pika promo, but it is a card that has a lot of holo foil, and cards as such are normally pretty hard to 10 because of the surface, but in turn go up loads in price if they do. I found another really sick Pika from the Crown Zenith set at the next stall, and by some absolute miracle, Arceus herself blessed my cellular device, and for just a moment, I had some Wi-Fi to comp. And of course, the one moment I can comp, the price is spot on. Even though the price was spot on, I still try and work a deal on it. You know, you don't ask, you don't get.
This is sticker 40. Would you take 35 for it?
I wouldn't, just because eBay's 42 at the moment.
I bought it anyway since I loved the card and went back to have a haul overview, which clearly I was pretty chuffed about, which is wild given I have no idea if I was overpaying on everything or not. The sub did feel pretty incomplete though, and with only a tenner left in my budget, I found Adam, bargained with him a bit and took £40 at 0% market, the first actual decent deal of the day. All this meant though was that there was even more pressure on me to do well here, given that with this lighting I barely could see the actual condition of the card. Whilst this was a test to see if it was even worth grading at the biggest card show in Europe, I kept finding myself gravitating to cards I just simply liked. My brain was looking for comps, my heart was looking for shiny cardboard. I bought both EVs, but I only knew that one of them graded well. With my budget reaching its absolute limit, I left the Heart of the Chaos to check out the cards in better lighting. I quickly found out that while I absolutely smashed it on some cards, with them looking absolutely immaculate, the rough lighting in the main room hid a few defects. There was some whitening on some cards, print line on another, and some other defects I didn't see before. Maybe not enough to stop it from 10ing, but I was feeling much less confident at this point. The grades are finally here. I'm really not confident about this sub. As you guys saw, I looked over the cards after leaving the dark room with no internet, and the cards didn't look as good as they did in the dark. Nonetheless, it's a pretty big sub in terms of how many cards there are, so let's waste no time and just get into it. Oh man, this is so nerve-wracking. There's not really a specific order that I want to do. The first card it's one of the Greninjas. So we actually bought 2 of these, as you guys know, and one of them I was super confident on. The other one's a little bit of a coin flip, I can't lie. There was some whitening on it that I didn't notice when I was in the room, obviously because I could barely see. But let's waste no time. I don't know which one this is. The grade for the Greninja promo is a Gem Mint 10! Let's go, dude! I absolutely love this promo, and same with the Kingdra as well. They're both beautiful cards. Probably the only Shrouded Fable cards that I care for. So as you can see on Pulse, it says that currently the market average is around 135. If I'm not wrong, I believe we paid about £60 on each one. The grading cost was around £25, but I will say this, the last sold was around 150. It fluctuates between 120 and 155. So not too shabby. To be honest, it was probably one of the bigger cards that we had in this sub. Right, the next card on the list. Oh, it's the other Greninja! Okay, wait. I'm actually gonna put this to the back of the pile because these are some of the bigger cards in the sub. So I'm just gonna slot you right back here. And instead, we are going to show the grade for the Leafeon from Hidden Fates. No doubt this is my favorite card in the sub. I think the Hidden Fates cards are so underpriced and underrated. So the grade for the Leafeon is a 10! 2 for 2 so far. Dude, this card is beautiful. Also, it's kind of immaculate. Let me look up the subgrades. Hold on. So as you guys can see, it's actually a perfect Leafeon. That begs the question, how much is it in a PSA and is it worth cross-grading? It does have a gem rate of 61%, which is astronomically high. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with this one. Okay, so we've got the CZ Pikachu next. CZ is such a stacked set. There's so many cards in it that I absolutely adore. 100% my favorite set. They've got the God 4, the Dog Trio, Regigigas, Pikachu, obviously. The list goes on and on. I could sit here talking about Crown Zenith all day. But instead, we're going to just get straight into it. And the grade for the Pikachu is... show me the G, show me the G. Yes, let's go, dude. I know it's had a bit of a spike in price recently as well. So Pulse currently has this at about 135, with the sales ranging from anything between 115 and 150. Kind of weird, but regardless, it's an awesome one and honestly might be one for the PC. It's a Japanese card next. What Japanese card did I submit? Oh my god, yeah, it's this one. So in this sub, there were a few cards that I submitted that probably weren't even worth grading, to be honest. This is definitely one of them. Terastal Festival's a bit of a weird one. While Prismatic's really expensive graded, Terastal isn't. There is mapping in the TerraFest boxes, whereas obviously Prismatic has 0 mapping. So anyways, I'm not extremely excited about this one, but the grade for the Eevee is a Gem Mint 10. Let's go. We're doing so well so far. What the heck? I was fully not confident on this up. Like, there were quite a few cards there that I was like, But I did say I would submit every card that I picked up. It's working out so far. So as you can see, the market price average is around £66. Now that's not huge, especially given that I didn't get many discounts at LCS due to the LCS tax. When I got money off, I was essentially paying market. If taken into consideration the grading cost, this was probably make some kind of money on it, but still, probably should have looked for another card. Okay, let's go for the next card. All right, we've got another Eevee, but this time in English, and it's also prismatic. This one is the Eevee promo, and I don't know how I feel about this card. Is it just me, or does the fruit in the background just look AI generated? It feels it. Anyway, the Eevee Black Star promo is... Oh, it's a 9. Lads, our first non-10. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a rough one. To be honest, this is a little bit heartbreaking. If something was gonna 10, I would rather it be the Terastal, to be honest. But nonetheless, you win some, you lose some. Okay, next on the list is... Oh, dude, it's the stamped Bulbasaur. This one is really, really sick. It does have the box topper stamp. So if you didn't know, this card is actually an IR in the Mega Evolution set, but in the first print of it, they released some enhanced booster boxes that had this as a box topper. So to reveal the grade, this card got a... I really want this to 10. I see the G. It's a Gem Mint 10. Damn, I'm so happy. It's niche, but it's cool. So when I picked up this card in a 10, this card was around £150, but it's kind of dropped since then, and now it's about 130. But there are still sales at 150. It also sells like a couple times a week. It's not that accessible of a card, and it doesn't sell every day. This is a massive win because it doesn't really matter where I put it in the market. It's still a profit. Okay, so this is, I believe, the last Japanese card. It is, so I know what card this is. And it's the Leafeon. This is a sticky one. As I said earlier, Terastal is a bit of a weird one. Prismatic grades incredibly, Terastal doesn't. The grade we've got for the Leafeon is... Oh my god, I'm not seeing the G. Okay. At least at 10. If at 9, that would have been cataclysmically awful. But regardless, let's see where it's sitting at in the market. So yeah, as you can see, it's sitting at around £80. And the current raw market value is 46. So with grading cost, I'm making about a tenner. So in terms of an investment, was it worth the risk? Probably not, but at the end of the day, we still make profit, so a win is a win. Right, the penultimate card. The Pikachu promo. This is such a nice card, but I will say this. This card has a lot of holofoil. And as you've seen from our previous grade reveal, cards with a lot of holofoil are hard to 10. But regardless, the grade... Show me. It's a 9. This is a bit of a disappointing one because in terms of raw value to graded, this one goes up a lot. So as a rule of thumb, generally with these cards with a lot of holofoil, they do go up quite a bit because they do have a lower gem rate. Gem rate being how often the card tends when it's sent to graded. The raw value is around £30, and if it tends, it's 160 quid. That's crazy. That's more than 100 quid increase even when you're looking at the grading cost included. As you can see, this is another card with a lot of holofoil that goes up dramatically from raw to graded price. I mean, come on, look at the Ninetales from Obsidian Flames. Raw, it's 25, and in a 10, it's 307. We are on to the final card of the grade reveal, and we already know it's the Greninja because I put it to the back. Since the other one 10'd, I believe this is probably going to be more of the coin flip one. I don't believe it will 10, but there definitely still is a chance. The grade for the final card of the sub, the second Greninja promo that we submitted is... a Gem Mint 10! We ended this with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10s and 2 non-10s. 1 8, 1 9, but they're just gonna get cracked, let's be honest. I don't actually know the numbers off by heart, so once I edit this video, I'm gonna put exactly how much we spent here, exactly how much we made here, and then the total profit above my heat. So is it worth grading from the biggest card show in Europe? I don't know, I haven't seen the numbers yet. So you tell me.